Franklin TV Sports presents playoff field hockey. Today it's the opening round of 32 in the State High School Division I Field Hockey Tournament, and we come to you today from the Beaver Street Field in Franklin, Mass. Hi neighbors, and welcome to our telecast. I'm Pete Royce. Alongside working the game producing is Chris Flynn. Franklin against Attleboro. These are two Hockomock League rivals, and this is actually the third time that both teams have met. Earlier this season, Franklin took the opener here at Franklin 3-0, but then at Attleboro it was a close game and Franklin won 3-2. They trailed at halftime 2-1, but they came back and won that game after being given an inspirational pep talk by Coach Michelle Hess. Yes, Michelle Hess, what a program she's built here at Franklin. Once again, they're in the playoffs, a tremendous record. Franklin right now has a record of 17-1-0. Of their 18 games, they've pitched 14 shutouts, and they completed the Hawk season at perfect 16-0. Nothing new there. And for Attleboro, a good season, 8-7-1, and they're the number 26 seed. So it's Franklin getting the bigger seed here today at number 9, and Attleboro at number 26. But it's difficult to beat one team 3 times in the year, and that's the task facing the Panthers of Franklin High School. Attleboro is coached by Jessica Pink. Of course, we mentioned Michelle Hess. Here's the starting lineups for Attleboro. They will start. Let's just check that here for a moment. They have a good goalkeeper, I know that. They will start Nia Callahan. She's a forward. Isabella Soares, a sophomore. Kelsey McCleary, a junior. Cassandra Fisante, a sophomore. Megan Huntington, a sophomore. Brianna Avero, a freshman. Niall Kerr, a freshman. Tatiana Outland, a freshman. Mackenzie Avero, a junior. Nora DeRochers, a senior. And Siani Ortez Amaya, she's a senior, and she's the goalkeeper. Talking to Coach Michelle Hess about her, she's a very aggressive goalkeeper. She'll make moves all around the net, and what the Panthers will try to do is look for the rebound ball off any saves from Siani Ortez Amaya. The Franklin High Panthers, they've had some injuries, and they got some players who will not start today because they're coming back from injuries. But we'll give you the starting lineup for the Panthers. They will start Jossie Camp. She is a sophomore. Maddie O'Brien, a senior. Ella Griffin, a senior. Penelope Brady, a freshman. Cadence Canavan, a sophomore. Clara Blogensteiner, a freshman. Addie Weiss, a junior. Sawyer Whitmore, a senior. Ava Lucenta, a junior. Haley Wernig, what a great player she's been. She's a senior. And Devin Barry will start in goal, and she is a sophomore for Coach Michelle Hess. So that's the lineup. Franklin against Attleboro. Big Blue Bombardiers for the third time facing Franklin here in this season. The officials for today's game are Jason Corneen and Paul Semerkow. Corneen and Semerkow are the officials for today's game. 50 degrees here at game time in Franklin. It's a throwback to a late fall type of weather. We started the season with balmy conditions, and now we're going to the cool tank with a 50 degree and quite a breeze blowing as well here at Beaver Street in the historic town of Franklin. So we're all set to go. Franklin will be in the home white with blue trim, and Attleboro in the blue with white trim. Crowd gathering along the sidelines here. And it will be 4 15-minute periods. There'll be no overtime rule. There will be overtime here, not a tie, that's for sure. So they'll play that through. And it's cloudy, but so far there have been some drizzles on and off, but right now, no rain. It looks like we might get it in without any rain. Out at the center stripe is Haley Wernig. What a career she's had for the Franklin High Panthers. And Attleboro will bring up to the line Isabel Soares. It's like Franklin will get the opening face-off. They'll be going from left to right across your screen. Attleboro, Big Blue going from right to left. So glad you're with us, fans on Franklin TV and on YouTube. Waiting for the officials. There it is, and Wernig gets it in play for Franklin. Panthers out to midfield, and they send it out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in coming here for Big Blue. Ball is chased down behind the screen. Clock continues to roll. And putting it in bounds will be Tatiana Outland. No, she's going to defer over to Niall Kerr. Her blast is too hard of a hit here. A dangerous swing, and the ball will be turned over to the Panthers at midfield. With it for Franklin is Sawyer Whitmore. She gets it over to Jossie Camp. To the back line it goes. Now they swing it around deep in the left side. Franklin trying to get across midfield. They do for the first time. Wernig is going to has it rolled up off her leg. It's a violation. The ball will go back to Big Blue. Attleboro tries to get it through. Franklin with some good pressure. This is Ella Griffin with the steal. It's knocked out of bounds off Griffin, and Attleboro will have it upfield, right in front of the Franklin bench. Lights are on here at Beaver Street Field. Out deep it comes to Kelsey McCleary, the junior. Now over to Cassandra Fisante. Violation against the Panthers. So far, Attleboro holding its own in the opening 2 minutes of play. Now they have to backpedal it, and it goes out of bounds. An unforced error through the wickets of Cassandra Fisante, and Franklin will have it in the offensive zone. Ella Griffin, dedicated to the game of field hockey. Her entire career here at Franklin High. In the game now, charging through, Camp on the left wing. It goes over to Cadence Canavan. A centering pass for Camp. It hops her stick, but it's out on the right wing for Sawyer Whitmore. And she's chased down on the play. It's in a very aggressive Attleboro team here, and they win the ball. This is Tatiana Outland. Franklin re-steals it. Sawyer Whitmore gets it back deep, and Franklin will chase it down. Jossie Camp in front for Wernig. Haley tries to get to it, and it's going to go out of bounds off of Wernig, be put in play by Attleboro. A very aggressive team is Attleboro. 2.5 minutes gone. We're scoreless here from Beaver Street. Ball to the center of the field. It comes through. A partial break here for Attleboro, chased down by Maddie O'Brien. And the ball is up towards midfield. This is Wernig with that great skill set. Haley Wernig into the offensive zone. Haley charging through, and now it's blocked and turned back. Franklin will go back for it. They cannot get it. Picked up by Brianna Avero. Her sister, Mackenzie, is on the team as well. She's the freshman. Mackenzie is the junior. Ball upfield and a violation against Attleboro, and Franklin will have it. Very fast-paced game. No scoring opportunities yet for either team. Pretty even in the first 3 minutes and 20 seconds. Franklin tries to launch. This is Wernig. It hops over her stick. She recovers. Working it through. Poked away, and it's off her leg. It's going to go back to Attleboro. They'll have a free hit. McCleary drops it back for Outland. Her ball on the left wing is going to be chased down by Nia Callahan. Back to Outland. She charges in. A scoring opportunity in front. Franklin trying to clear it, and they do, off the leg of an Attleboro player. And the violation, and Franklin will have it back. Wow, a good look for Attleboro. Franklin on the right wing. It skips the stick of Penelope Brady, the freshman. Attleboro will have it deep in their offensive zone. Tatiana Outland gets it to the top for Kelsey McCleary. Chased down there by Wernig. Has to backpedal it out to Niall Kerr. In play, front of us to Outland. Franklin swarming for the ball, but it gets through. Over to Taylor Henry. I check that. Brianna Avero. This is Avero with it. She's in this almost to the circle, picked off by Jossie Camp. Camp, though, is battled for, and Attleboro wins it. In front, they got a shot. It's blocked by Franklin's Jossie Camp, and a violation on Camp, and it'll be a free positional hit for Big Blue. Almost 5 minutes gone. Tough start for both teams. Very physical play. This is Kelsey McCleary to start it off. She'll go back, hops the stick. Franklin tries to get to it. They cannot. Now it's sent way back to the midfield stripe. Picked up by Niall Kerr for Outland. Outland, good play up front, but a little bit too strong and out of bounds off the end line past Nia Callahan, and Franklin will have it back. 9:42 to go in the first period. Franklin 0, Attleboro nothing. The two previous games were very tight. 3-0 here and 3-2. Franklin wins them both. The second game was at Attleboro. Outland plays it in. Violation on Sawyer Whitmore. And here's Outland back again for Callahan. Centering ball to Brianna Avero. Avero tries to send her up, and it's stolen by Franklin. On the charge is for Franklin. Raina Crandall has been inserted. She did not start today. She's coming back from an injury to Wernig. Haley comes up with it. She's going to hit it hard, but it's blocked by Attleboro. They send it clear out of bounds. Wow, what a play there. Just sent totally out of bounds by Tatiana Outland. So Franklin will have it in the offensive zone. We stay scoreless. 8:44 to go. First period. Whitmore comes back deep for Clara Blongensteiner. In front, Franklin has it deep. Coming around is Raina Crandall. She's head off on the play, a centering ball, and that's cleared out again. It's Outland, number 14, Tatiana Outland, not fooling around with it, just sending it clear out of bounds. Not try to start anything on the back line, just send it out twice in a row. Franklin to insert it on the right sidelines. They come up top for Blongensteiner. Back on the right wing. Goes there to Whitmore. This is Wernig, around 1, around 2, around 3. Wernig in front. Now she loses the ball, a violation on the Panthers anyway. The ball will go on a free positional hit to Attleboro. They send one up to midfield. Franklin steals it, now stolen back. Taken back by Isabella Soares. Break for the Big Blue. On the right wing, it's Alyssa Sweeney. And she drops it back. Now a centering pass to Kelsey McCleary. McCleary checks the defense. She'll go back. For Brianna Overo, she'll go deeper back. Attleboro going the wrong way. Now they have it to midfield, almost stolen, but it's connected. Wide open play here, end-to-end field hockey. Attleboro chasing it down on the right wing, and the ball is taken by Griffin as she sends it out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in coming for Big Blue. 7:06 to go in the first period. We're scoreless from Franklin. 50-degree temperature, slight breeze blowing. Real feel about 47. Play coming in on the far side. This is Nora DeRosiers. She's a midfielder, a senior. One of 2 starting seniors. That's it for Attleboro. They're a young team. They have more underclassmen starting than upperclassmen, 7-4 in that respect. Stolen by McCleary to Wernig, back for the Panthers. Wernig tips it on the left wing for Crandall. Raina spins through a 360, still carries it forward. Raina tries to, it's blocked. It's going to be a free hit coming for the Panthers. Sawyer Whitmore will start it off. She tries to center it, but that good defense. There's Tatiana Outland for the 3rd time today, just captures it and sends it straight out of bounds. So she's relying upon her defense more than anything. 6 minutes left, first period, 0-0. Blongensteiner off her ankle, back over it goes to Big Blue. They'll start up on the fly. This is Nia Callahan, and she'll drop it back now for Niall Kerr. Ball is inbounds. Nice play there by Callahan, stolen by Wernig. Here comes Haley, and a whistle and a violation here against Attleboro as Haley Wernig was fouled. Up top it comes for Jossie Camp. Camp tries to get it to the right, left side. She cannot. Back to Camp Franklin, no shots on goal yet. Neither team has had a shot on goal. Almost 2/3 through the first period. Ball is picked up by Whitmore, and she'll take it back outside the arc. Leave it back on the left side. Maddie O'Brien swings, can't get it. Now it's through. Ball is loose. Wernig there, and a violation called. The ball rolled up on the leg of a Panther. It'll go back to Attleboro with under 5 to go in the first period. A weak hit there. Franklin will steal it from Camp to Wernig. Haley charges inside the circle, can't get through it. Ball taken back by Attleboro. It's a strong defensive unit by Attleboro. To midfield, and Franklin steals it off a wrist of a player, says the official. It'll go back to Blue. Blue taking their time getting to the ball. And now Niall Kerr, the freshman, gets it. Over on the right for McCleary. McCleary further up. It's going to be rolled over to Ella Griffin. Franklin will start back. Beyond midfield, Addie Weiss now in the game, and she can't control it. Now it's off of Weiss, I believe. It's going to be Attleboro with the play coming in. Cassandra Fisante, the sophomore. 3 freshmen start for Attleboro, 4 sophomores, 2 juniors, and 2 seniors. That's it. Ball comes through and is blocked. Picked off in there by Franklin. With the steal was Ava Lucenta. Attleboro still controlling it. Very few scoring. I don't think there's been any scoring opportunities really to speak of by either team. Maybe Franklin had a couple of advances, but that was about it. Ball comes all the way through. Here's a possible chance. And now the pass on the right wing goes astray. Griffin chases it down. She gets to the ball. She spins through, but her ball is blocked. Kept in. Now Franklin with the steal. Nice steal there by Ella Marzullo. Can't get it to Wernig. Attleboro back. 3:14 to go in the first period. Fast pace, but no scoring. This is the type of game where 1 or 2 goals will mean everything. Ball is advanced and stolen by Franklin. Coming through with it is Blogensteiner, and she sends one up. Picked back in there by Attleboro. They're in the circle, scoring chance here. Now it's penetrated, still loose in front. Franklin trying to clear it. They finally do to Wernig. Haley along the sideline gets through one, spinning through Wernig off a player of Attleboro, and Wernig wins the ball back for the Panthers. Tight match. This is going to be a humdinger here tonight. Sawyer Whitmore, she fans on the shot. Taken back by Soares. Franklin with the steal. Digging it out for Franklin is Blogensteiner, and she loses it. Coming back is Brianna Avero. In front, Franklin steals it inside the circle. They punch it forward to Wernig. She tries to get by Outland. She cannot, and Outland really strong with the play. It goes through Outland's leg. The sticks lock. And a timeout called. And the official's going to call the 2 players together. The 2 players lock sticks. It was Wernig and Outland. And he had a word with both of them. Under 2 to go in the first period. We are scoreless. Ball out of bounds, and Franklin will have it in the offensive zone. Very little scoring opportunities with this. The goalkeepers have not been tested yet, and they're 2 good ones. Devin Barry for Franklin, Sienna Ortez Amaya for Attleboro. In front, Wernig can't get through. It's a off the wrist, and Franklin will keep, they're going to call for a free positional hit outside the circle for the Panthers. This is Jossie Camp, and she'll just roll it over to Griffin. Griffin tries to get one through. It's inside, poked through by Wernig. Blocked, taken back, and sent to the right side. And Attleboro controls it with 1:09 left in the period. Controlling it here is Nia Callahan on the left-handed dribble. She comes all the way through, doing a great job protecting the ball, and she gets it to Outland. Outland in front, in the middle for McCleary. McCleary on the right side goes out of bounds. Too strong, intended there for Nora DeRogers, and Franklin will have it with 43 seconds to go in the period. Ella Griffin to insert it. Her shot is blocked and turned back. Now is stolen by the Panthers again. Taken back by Attleboro. Back and forth we go. Off the leg of Attleboro. Franklin on the quick release. And it's off a player again. Spinning around with it was Ella Marzullo. Franklin will have the free positional hit with 15 seconds to go in the period. They drive it down. Stolen there by McCleary. 5 seconds to go. Franklin trying to get it through. It's going to roll out of bounds, and the first period comes to an end. Wow, fast pace, but no scoring. After 15 minutes of play, Franklin 0 and Attleboro 0. We talked to both coaches before the game, and Jessica Pink is the coach of Attleboro, and she knows she's a bit of an underdog here with the higher seed, but what she told her players, we're going to give it our all, and she said playoffs are the time for upsets. So that's what she's trying to do, spring an upset. Again, Franklin has defeated Attleboro twice this year, but close games, 3-0 here, 3-2 at Attleboro. As for Coach Michelle Hess, what she said about Attleboro is they're good. She said for us to win, we have to play smart, and we have to be aggressive against their aggressive goalkeeper. What that means is Franklin, if they get some shots off, they want to crash the net because the goalkeeper is aggressive and she'll move out of position, which leaves the door open. So that'll be something to look for. If Franklin gets some shots off goal, they'll be charging the net to try to get a rebound and then poke it home with the very aggressive goalkeeper, according to Coach Michelle Hess. That is Siani Ortez Amaya, and she's a senior. So that's the profile of both coaches. The scoring column is blank right now, 0-0. This is the round of 32. And we move on from here to the round of 16, the Sweet 16. If Franklin wins today, they'll host Wachusett. If Attleboro wins, they will go to Wachusett at a date yet to be determined. We've played 15 minutes here. No score. I would say pretty even in terms of the geographical play on the field. It's been both sides, back and forth. No real scoring opportunities. Again, the officials Jason Corneen and Paul Semerkow. Wind blowing, you can probably hear it through the headsets a bit. Breezy. 50 degrees at game time. The lights are on here at Beaver Street. And the ball will be taken here at midfield. And it'll be Haley Wernig with the honors to get this period underway, and she does just that. And it skips through Jossie Camp. Franklin on that back line. Back to Camp. Left-handed pass to Wernig. Haley, they've been swarming her. She gets through two, gets it upfield. Complete there on the pass to Penelope Brady. Now it's back to Wernig. Haley comes through, pass another, but she loses control and it's cleared out. Attleboro very tenacious on defense. This is Isabella Soares out on the right side for Alyssa Sweeney, and she'll drop it to the back line. Just underway in the second period. Play deep in the Attleboro end, or fairly deep, back to Cassandra Fusante, and she gets the pass up, and it's taken forward by Brianna Avero, the freshman. Avero, centering ball, it comes through, 2-on-2 down here. Franklin on defense, charging through, player goes down, they're gonna call a trip. And this is gonna be a penalty corner. The first one of the game on the trip. It's gonna be a penalty corner coming up for Attleboro. They're first. We'll see what Devin Barry can do in goal for Franklin. It's going to be inserted by Taylor Henry, I believe. No, let's check it. It's going to be Nora DeRogers. DeRogers, Franklin packing the goal next to Devin Barry. Here it comes, the insert. Comes to the top. Scoring opportunity for Attleboro. Out for Tatiana Outland. Franklin comes in. It's through inside the circle. Ball is loose, cleared partially. Now it's cleared out of there. Franklin survives the penalty corner. Will the ball stay in bounds? No. It's tipped, though, off of Attleboro, and Franklin wins the ball, and they survive the penalty corner. 13 minutes straight up to go in the second period. We're scoreless here from Franklin. This is the round of 32, Division I State High School Field Hockey Tournament. Sent down to Megan Huntington, and a violation against Franklin, and Huntington will have it just below midfield. Huntington, his ball is blocked. Out it comes to the Panthers. This is Haley Wernig. Wernig charging through, gets through this time. Wernig inside, charges through, and the ball is blocked on a nice block. Franklin gets it back in front, trying to get a shot off. They cannot. Now it's going to be Wernig. Her pass in front, the rebound, the shot, and it's wide. That's the aggressive part that we said. That goalie is maneuvering all over. Franklin had the rebound, but sent it just wide. That was the best scoring opportunity for either team, and Franklin just missed it. And it skips over the stick of Tatiana Outland, and Franklin will have it in the offensive zone. 3 minutes gone in the second period. Sawyer Whitmore out deep for Blongensteiner. The ball skips up. Wernig chases it down. Haley makes a move. She goes down, and a whistle here. They're going to say a violation on Wernig. Ball back to Attleboro. And they keep it in bounds, just barely. Nia Callahan doing a good job with that left-controlled stick. Stolen by Wernig. Haley for Camp. Physical game, tough defense on both teams. Ball is chased back by Fisante. Franklin steals it on the offensive zone, and Raina Crandall, a violation on Crandall. The ball will go back to Attleboro. 11:11 to go in the second period. Pete Royce with you on field level at Beaver Street. Up it comes to Attleboro. They'll drop it back into the stick of Franklin. Chasing it down there for the Panthers is Penelope Brady. Now it's a violation against Franklin. The ball will go to Attleboro. Back and forth we go. 0-0. Almost 5 minutes into the second period. Ball skips up on a player. Still controlling it there is McCleary, and she'll send it to the back line to Niall Kerr. And she'll go deeper back. They've done this before. On the right wing, misfire. Franklin steals it. Charging through, in front. This is Crandall. Raina, her centering pass is wide and hits the side of the net. Out of bounds, and a play coming back for Attleboro. They'll take it back out and start off deep in their own zone. Long shot here on the right wing. This is going to chase the player all the way back. This is Ava Lucenta. She gets to it. Griffin, she fanned on it in a violation out of bounds. It's going to go to Attleboro. Under 10 to go in the second period. Back it comes to the top for Huntington, rather Fisante. Now it goes to McCleary. Inside the scoring zone for Soares. Off of an elbow, and it's back, I believe, and back over to Franklin. Ella Griffin with it. She goes aerial to midfield, then connects for Haley Wernig on a nice pass. Raina Crandall. She charges through, cannot get to it. Now Franklin keeps it in. On the left side, a violation against Attleboro. This is Wernig inside the circle, and her pass is errant, and it goes out of bounds on the end line. Coming back with it now is Attleboro. 9 minutes to go in the second period, 0-0. Franklin with one good look, and Attleboro with a penalty corner that they couldn't cash in on either. Franklin now with some offensive pressure. Forechecking here, ball on the side. Griffin tries to bottle it up, cannot, it's out of bounds. Attleboro has it. Putting in play is Kelsey McCleary. She winds up, blocked. Attleboro quick to the ball. Nice steal by Wernig. Haley Sends it on the right wing, chased down by Sawyer Whitmore. She cannot get to it. And the ball will be put in play by Tatiana Outland, the freshman. Now it goes to Kerr. She's a freshman as well. You mentioned 3 starting freshmen for Coach Jessica Pink. Franklin will have the ball out of bounds. They'll take it back. This is Sawyer Whitmore, the senior. Drops it back for Blogensteiner. Wernig can't get to it. Poked through. This is Megan Huntington inside the scoring circle. Ball is Lucenta. Franklin tries to clear it, and they partially do. Now they get it out on the right wing, and they do clear it. This is Ella Marzullo, and she's fouled on the play, and Franklin will have the free positional start. And they go strong. It hits off a player to Wernig. Haley draws a double team, and it's stolen. Picked off in there by Brianna Avero. This is the strongest defensive team we've seen here in many a season. Put up by Attleboro. Franklin gets the ball out of bounds. They'll start off deep in their own end. Whitmore tries to get it to Lucenta. A foul here. And we're going to have a blue card, a green card, and going out is going to be Ella Marzullo with a card. So she gets, it looked to me like a blue card. Interference, I believe, was the call, and Marzullo is on the bench. Franklin playing a player down. Power play coming up for Attleboro. So we'll see if they can cash in. This is Outland to start it for blue. And it's picked off in there off the, see, they're going to call a violation against Franklin. They'll do it again. Oh, the time was not in. They weren't ready to start. That was what happened there. Comes out deep, back out on the left wing for Outland. Outland tries to center it. Franklin swarming through. This is Maddie O'Brien. She tries to get it up. Taken back by Outland inside the scoring circle. Down deep, now sent out of bounds. To relieve the pressure does Sawyer Whitmore. Franklin player down at the moment. The steal by the Panthers. They can't carry it through. It's going to go back to Franklin. Referee first ruled one way, then he changed his mind. This is Raina Crandall. Raina controlling the ball. The pressure has been immense by Attleboro. Whitmore gets it over to Wernig. Now is packed free. Controlled by Blogensteiner. Stolen, but restolen by Raina Crandall. Tell you, the first team to score is going to have huge momentum. Crandall gets right too. Crandall comes charging through, all the way through. Crandall now loses it and is sent out to Jossie Camp. 5:31 to go in the period. Wernig spins through but controls it. Still controlling it. Looking upfield. Wernig gets it on top. The long blast by Whitmore trickles through, and fanning on the shot there on the attempt down low was Addie Weiss. She couldn't get a stick on it. They're going to say, though, off of Franklin, off of Attleboro, they'll have the free positional outside the arc. This is Griffin for Wernig. Haley, she's through. That defense there. Whitmore sends it through. It's blocked by a Panther is the call, and it's going to be coming back the other way. Oh no, they're going to have it outside the line, outside the circle, blocked by Attleboro and out of bounds. Franklin will have it outside the arc. 4:39 left. This is Wernig. She'll drop it on the left wing for Griffin. Ella, deep, it's stolen. Picked off in here, now restolen by the Panthers in that corner. Way deep there. Franklin tries to get through a double team. Still controlling it are the Panthers in that corner. Two blue there. Franklin squirts it through. Now it's over to Franklin, and a violation called against Attleboro. And still no penalty corners against Attleboro. This is Wernig. Her ball is wide. Wouldn't have counted for a score. It started outside the circle. All scorers have to start from inside the arc. It's off of Attleboro. Franklin will have another chance with under 4 minutes to go in the period. Griffin Her shot is blocked. Picked off there, restolen by Maddie O'Brien. Maddie for Haley Wernig. This is Sawyer Whitmore. Her centering ball comes through in front, and Franklin can't control it off a leg of a Panther. A good pass by Whitmore, but Franklin could not get to it on the stick, off a leg. Here comes Attleboro. Griffin picks it off near midfield. Addie Weiss hustling for it, controlled by Camp for Franklin. And they get it out deep for Wernig. Haley just swarmed every time she gets the ball. They call a violation on Haley. Here comes Big Blue. 3 minutes to go in the period. The steal by Franklin, and now they're going to flip the field the other way. For Wernig, she gets to it but can't control it. Now it's controlled by Attleboro. This is Callahan for Outland, stolen by Wernig. Haley drives it up. She gets it there for Crandall. Reyna inside the circle comes Reyna Crandall. Holding. Her backhander is blocked, and it's going to roll out of bounds in front of a Panther to the back line, and Attleboro will go back on offense with 2.5 minutes to go in the scoreless game. 0-0. Aerial by Attleboro, violation called here against Big Blue. Franklin has it. This is Whitmore. Inside, gets it in front. Wernig further in front. Ball is loose and kept in. Franklin has it in front, off the side of the net, and it's going to be a ball coming back the other way with 2 minutes to go in the first half. 0-0 your score. Every goal is going to be so special. If there is a goal here. Blocked by Franklin. They take it back. This is Whitmore. Sawyer sends it on the corner, but she's going to roll it out of bounds. Hits one of the cones there, and it'll go back to Big Blue. Coming up on 90 seconds to go. Right now in the first half, we're still scoreless. Niall Kerr gets the pass up to Naya Callahan. She'll drop it back to Outland. Her ball is through, and Franklin charges through. Maddie O'Brien, can she get to it? No, yes, now she can. O'Brien with 1:10 to go. Her ball is stolen by Callahan. This is Naya charging through. And she'll drop it back for Outland. Tatiana on the right side for Avero. Stolen. Franklin can't keep it in. Attleboro does keep it in. 50 seconds to go in the half. Ball is through inside the scoring circle. It's tipped out of there by Franklin, and they drill it out of bounds to save a little bit of pressure. Drilled out by Franklin's Ava. Let's check that. Ava Lucenta. Ball in for Attleboro. Hip skips over McCreary. Franklin on the steal at midfield. This is Crandall. She's picked off and taken back by Attleboro. 20 seconds to go. Now Franklin tries to clear it. They do for Wernig. 15 seconds left. Haley controls. Up to Crandall. Reyna wearing a player on her shoulder. Comes through with it. 8 seconds to go. Crandall, the centering pass. It just eludes a Franklin player. Penelope Brady in the first half will end on that pass attempt to Brady. It just went over her stick. Franklin with a possibility of a scoring threat, but it goes by the boards. Our scoring column is empty. We've played 30 minutes of exciting field hockey here in this round of 32 in the State Division I Field Hockey Tournament from Franklin. Your score at halftime is Franklin 0 and Attleboro 0. We're going to take a short break and come back for the exciting second half, so stay tuned for more exciting action on Franklin TV, and we're streaming on YouTube. We'll be back shortly. Welcome back to Beaver Street Field in Franklin. We're at halftime of this round of 32 in the MIAA Division I High School Field Hockey Tournament. We're scoreless between Franklin and Attleboro. Pete Royce with you, Chris Flynn alongside. Franklin is the number 7 seed in the tournament, playing against 26 Attleboro. But so far, even Steven, nothing to show for it here in the first half, 0-0 as we start the third quarter. The winner will play Wachusett. If Franklin wins, it'll be here at a date to be determined. If Attleboro wins, it'll be at Wachusett. Again, a date to be determined. Attleboro will have the ball to start the second half. They'll go from left to right. In goal for Franklin back there on the right is Devin Barry. The goalkeeper for Attleboro is Siani Ortez Amaya. Ball sent in Franklin with the steal deep in their own end. This is Ella Griffin. Franklin with its first possession of the second half. It's a very aggressive defense by Attleboro. Franklin's had none of the passing lanes open to them. Everybody sticking like glue with a player on that field. Franklin gets the steal. They try to send it up. They cannot get it out. Attleboro charging through. In that far left side is Naya Callahan. Callahan, one of 4 sophomores starting for Coach Jessica Pink. Ball is inside, taken back by Franklin. They get one, it just hops the stick of a Panther and she couldn't get to it. It'll go out of bounds and the Attleboro Big Blue will have it in the offensive zone. 1 minute gone in the period. Ball comes through. A violation called against Attleboro and Franklin will have the free hit coming back. And they send it just to midfield. It skips a stick. And Franklin, though, is not there. Coming back is the defensive line for Attleboro. Now Franklin steals it. Out top it comes. This is Haley Wernig on the fly. Wernig charging through. Wernig inside the scoring circle. Takes it alone. Her shot and her goal. Franklin gets the goal. What a one-on-one play by Wernig. We'll see who they give the goal to. Wernig with some great stick handling. And it's Haley Wernig who gets the goal. Wernig scores at 13:30. She did it basically all by herself. 1-0 Franklin. Wernig with a huge goal. Attleboro has it deep in their own end. That was the Wernig we've become accustomed to seeing. Great stick work, penetrates through and gets it past Siani Ortez Amaya. I believe that's the first shot on goal by either team, and Franklin 1 for 1. Not a lot of shots, but perfect on the execution there. Picked off there at midfield by Callahan. Naya will drop it back. Wernig gets the steal over. It's complete to Penelope Brady. Back to Haley. Haley, the backhander, comes through, rolls all the way up in front. Eddie Weiss is there. Ball is loose, still loose. Franklin digging for it, and it's a violation on Franklin. Franklin, again, that's what the coach talked about. Their goalkeeper is so aggressive. The rebounds are available. It was, but Weiss couldn't get a good stick on it. What a huge goal that would be. The second goal here with a 1-0 game is so huge. Is it going to be tied, or will Franklin have a 2-goal lead? Sent out of bounds, and Franklin will have it back. 12:25 to go. They're going to stop the clock because the ball is out of play. Referee trying to get the clock stopped. Now they finally do. Ella Griffin will insert it for the Panthers. Smile with the referee. They're going to have to put some time back on the clock. Referee talking to Griffin, and he's trying to get somebody to put some time back on the clock. What he had done, because the ball was out of play, he called for a stoppage, and now somebody will have to go back and reset. I would say about maybe 8 or so seconds ticked off. My guess would be it'll come up to 12:19. Let's see how close I am to that. Ball was out of bounds, and the referee was desperately trying to stop the clock, but it kept running. And he and Ella Griffin had a nice friendly conversation on the sidelines. It's 1-0 Franklin. 12-22. Okay, I was a little bit off. Here we go. Griffin. She'll go aerial. It's through to Crandall. Violation on Crandall. Back to Attleboro. They charge through. This is Megan Huntington. Franklin steals it. Wernig. It's blocked. Taken back by Attleboro. Very aggressive is Attleboro. Franklin tries to steal it. Violation on Crandall, and the ball will go to Big Blue. Just 12 minutes left here in the third period. 1-0 Franklin. They won the first game here 3-0, and then won at Attleboro 3-2, but they trailed at halftime in that one 2-1. Franklin comes out with space at midfield. Backhander fanning on it is a Panther. It comes back deep. It's going to be chased down and controlled by Megan Huntington. Picked up by Griffin, who steals it. Now violation off the elbow of Griffin. Put in play now by DeRogers. That's a hard hit there. It's going to come back the other way. Griffin along the ground. Stolen by Attleboro. They have been so aggressive. Now Franklin's Griffin steals it back. Her pass skips up to Addie Weiss from Raina Crandall. Weiss charges on the left side. She can't get to it. Attleboro does steal it. Now it's taken back by Wernig. Haley, she loses it. Attleboro sends it up. Griffin is there. Ella still controlling it. Beautiful stoppage by Griffin. What a nice play. And she gets it over to Cadence Canavan. Now it's taken back by Attleboro. 10:46 to go. Third period, Franklin 1. Attleboro no score. With it is DeRogers. In front, back to DeRogers. Off her stick. It's going to roll out of bounds. Franklin will have it. Every play, it's like a sudden death type of atmosphere, sudden victory. Intensity on the turf here today. Ball rolls through, chased down by Franklin. They get to it. Break here on the left wing for Addie Weiss. Weiss chips it forward, but it's blocked by Attleboro, and they have some open space. A violation on Attleboro off the knee of a player. And Frank will have the free positional hit. It's going to be outside the circle to the left. Haley Wernig will have it. She'll start it off, charging through, trying to center it. She controls. It's out of bounds. It's off of Attleboro. Franklin will have it down low. The centering pass comes through right in front, cleared by Attleboro. Franklin steals it. Whitmore, she can't get the shot through. A high aerial there in front. Ball is loose, and it's going to be fought for. Franklin controls. A violation on Franklin. The ball will go back to Attleboro with 9:31 to go in the third. Big Blue fans on the shot. Now it's picked off in there by Jossie Camp. Camp can't control it. Aggressive defense, the name of the game for Big Blue. Back to the back line it comes to the Panthers, to Ella Griffin. And it skips her stick. And it's going to go over to DeRogers, who will take it and leave it for Kelsey McCleary. McCleary checks the defense, repositions a player. Still holding. Now she's going to hit one all the way through. That's not going to be a goal because it started from way out. Kicked out by Barry. That wouldn't count anyway from where that started from. 8:44 to go in the third. Franklin 1, Attleboro nothing. Aerial here, intended for Weiss. She can't get to it. Stolen by Franklin, restolen here by Penelope Brady. Whistle violation in Attleboro. Here comes, they're going to stop the play and call for the free positional hit for the Panthers. Haley took off, Wernig, but she was called back to midfield and stolen by Attleboro. Kelsey McCleary. McCleary sends one up on the left wing. It's going to roll out of bounds. No, Griffin keeps it in. Wernig gets the pass off on the right. Franklin with some space. 2-on-2. 2-on-2 for the Panthers. Can they control? 2-on-1. They have a player in front. Crandall tries to center it. Now she does. Too strong intended there for Penelope Brady, and it's rolled out of bounds. Franklin couldn't quite finish that off. They had a 2-on-2, then 2-on-1, and they tried to send it from Crandall to Brady, but she couldn't get to it. Ball is out of bounds with 7:36 to go in the third. 1-0 Franklin. Will this goal hold up? Ball is loose, taken by Wernig. She gets through one, has to go back for it, sends it through, controlled by Attleboro, blocked by Jossie Camp off her wrist. No, off of Attleboro. Franklin will have the free positional. This is Wernig. She's going to drill one all the way through. That doesn't count. It's too far, and that's going to be a violation. They just let two particular players, one on each team, sent one from into the goal, but from outside the circle, and that's a violation. Attleboro has it to midfield. They lose it. No, it's still controlled there by Soares. Now picked off in there by Jossie Camp. Camp struggles for it. It's off of Attleboro. Here comes Camp. She's going to start. It's going to be Crandall. Gets to it. Raina Crandall inside. Crandall gets through. Raina charging through. Spins. Now she shoots. The pass there intended again for Penelope Brady. She was not able to secure it, and it goes out of bounds again. 6:26 to go in the third period. One goal in the game. It came at 13:32 by Haley Wernig. That's been it. Franklin with the steal. Here's Wernig. Charging through. Wernig is inside. She shoots. It's kicked out on a great save by Siani Ortez Amaya. There's that rebound. This is Camp. She gets one through in front of violation off the knee of Franklin. The ball will go back to Big Blue. Under 6 minutes to go in the third period. Attleboro drills one 3/4 of the length of the field, covered back by Ava Lucenta. Ava on the right side, too strong, out of bounds. It's going to go over to Big Blue. Attleboro into the offensive zone, charging through. No shots on goal yet for Attleboro, and a violation against Franklin. I think it was outside the circle. It's not going to be a penalty corner, but a free positional hit coming up for Big Blue. They'll start out deep in the offensive zone. 5:13 to go. Third period. So glad you're with us, fans. What an exciting game here. The round of 32 in the tournament. Franklin trying to defeat Attleboro for the third time this year, but all the games have been close. This one, tight as can be. Franklin with the steal, but it's sent out of bounds to the Attleboro bench. And Attleboro will control. Under 5 to go. Player subbing in for Franklin. Attleboro gets it through towards the circle. Franklin clears it. Ella Griffin sends it out of bounds. Entering the game is Addie Weiss. Big Blue, can't say enough about their aggressive style. It starts with their goalkeeper and extends to all other 10 players on the field. Franklin with the block at midfield. Wernig spins through. Space for Franklin. Haley. Backhander, and she can't get wood on it. And is taken back by Attleboro. DeRogers. Franklin on defense. Out it comes for Huntington. Sweeney. This is Alyssa Sweeney. Her ball is blocked. It's going to be a free hit for Attleboro in the offensive zone with under 4 to go in the third. Taking it here is Nora DeRogers. All the way through in front. And it just rolls past the open crease and out of bounds. Franklin will have it back. That was one of the better looks of the game for Attleboro. Free hit coming for Franklin. Maddie O'Brien sends it on the right side. Franklin sends it to the Attleboro bench. Attleboro will have it with 3:30 left in the third. Franklin with the steal. Trying to get a couple of passes connected. They have some open space. Getting to it is a Attleboro player. They are so quick, so aggressive on defense. Closing all those passing lanes. This is DeRogers. DeRogers has a ball blocked by Camp. Play on in a violation against Attleboro. No, it's against Franklin. A free hit coming for Big Blue with 3 minutes to go in the third. 1-0 Franklin. Out it comes for Brianna Avero. Down low, ball inside the scoring zone. Camp tries to clear it. She does. Out on the right side. Chip forward, but not far out. Up in the air it comes. Back to Camp. Camp with the backhander. Can't clear it out. Camp goes down and still blocks it. In front it comes all the way back to the end line. It's going to be a free hit coming back for Franklin with 2:30 to go in the third period. Good crowds trying to keep warm here. Less than 50 degrees now here in Franklin. Out for Crandall. She can't get to it. And it's a violation against Crandall is the call. Didn't like the call, but it's going to go over to Cassandra Fisanti. Her ball is blocked by Weiss. Wernig chases it down for Franklin. With that speed to midfield and beyond. Wernig flying through. Player goes down. Franklin plays on. Wernig charging through again. Wernig all the way coast to coast. She shoots and scores. What a play. What a play by Haley Wernig. She took it at least half the field by herself. Going through one defender after another. And she makes it 2-0. She's got both goals of the game. Both in this period. Haley Wernig at 1:54 makes it 2-0 Franklin. Tremendous play, one of the greatest open field play we've seen all season. And Franklin has the lead now at 2. Well, we mentioned the importance of that second goal. It's 2-0 Franklin and drilled forward by Attleboro all the way down. It's going to be a free hit coming back for Franklin. So Griffin will start back. Look at all the blue shirts in the offensive zone waiting to defend. Griffin sends one up. It's over the stick of Wernig. Chased back down there by Kelsey McCleary. McCleary, backhander. It's forward, and it's going to be connected. Attleboro inside, right in front. In the scoring circle, a violation here. Play on. Free hit coming for Attleboro. Here they come inside the scoring circle in front. And a violation here against Attleboro. Franklin will have it back with 1 minute and 2 seconds to go in the third period. Franklin 2, Attleboro 0. Griffin, she'll go aerial again. Hops the stick of a Panther. Intended for Canavan. Blocked. Attleboro will have it in the offensive zone. 42 seconds to go. Intense field hockey here tonight. Play down off the Attleboro leg is the call, and Griffin will have it for Franklin. Her ball is blocked. Kept in by Naya Callahan. Callahan with 22 seconds to go in the period. Franklin with the steal. They start up. This is Wernig. Again, open field. Haley Wernig. Defense swarms on her. She gets it back. Through for Crandall. Reyna charging through. Her backhander gets up to Addie Weiss. Weiss, the centering ball. It's in front. Nobody home. And now Attleboro clears with no time remaining in the period. Oh, an advance by Franklin. This is wide open field hockey here tonight. We've played 45 minutes in this round of 32. Franklin with 2 goals in the period, both by Haley Wernig. The first goal came at 13:32, the next one at 1:54. So just about 11 minutes and 45 seconds apart. Franklin 2 and Attleboro no score. What a game here. It's intense. Taking a look at some of the other Franklin playoff teams, we'll try to give you a rundown. Girls soccer, they will be playing at 6 o'clock tonight. And if they win that, they'll play the winner of Bishop Feehan versus Boston Latin. So that is girls soccer tonight. And they're playing Wachusett. Wachusett is the 20 seed. That's a 6 o'clock game at Piscini Stadium. Football plays Friday night at Methuen against Methuen High School. Franklin, number 9 seed. Methuen is number 8. What a matchup that's going to be. And we have volleyball. They'll be playing Wednesday night against Belmont. And we have boys soccer as well. And they'll be playing on Tuesday, tomorrow, at 6 o'clock at Algonquin. That's a matchup of Franklin as the 22 seed against Algonquin, the 11 seed. So that should be a good one. And as we said, the winner of this one will play against Wachusett. If Franklin wins, they'll be here at a date to be determined. If Attleboro comes back from their 2-0 deficit, the game will be played at Wachusett. That's a rundown of the major sports in Franklin with the latest power rankings out by the MIAA. And we're about ready to launch the fourth and final period. Not a lot of scoring, but Haley Wernick has been outstanding in the open field. Just a whirlwind of activity. 2 beautiful goals by Wernick. And we have 15 minutes left to determine who will move on to the Sweet 16 round against Wachusett Regional. Seems like Franklin and Wachusett are always in playoff competition in one sport or another. And the Panthers are hoping to play the Mountaineers again in the Sweet 16 round. So Franklin and Attleboro with byes coming into this game. The preliminary games were not in force for either team. They had byes with their good draws. Franklin, of course, the number 7 seed today against 26 seed Attleboro. So here we go with the final 15. Pete Royce with you, Chris Flynn with the sights and sounds for your viewing pleasure. We welcome you on YouTube and on Franklin TV. The officials again, Jason Corneen and Paul Sermerkow. Attleboro will fan on it. They take it into the offensive zone. A goal here would be a huge lift for them. That's going to roll to the end line, out of bounds. Nice play by Ella Griffin to watch it go. And the clock has not been running. So the clock has not been running. They're going to call timeout. They'll have to reset that. One of the officials is right there at the scorer's table. The clock did not move, and we had quite a bit of action. My guess would be about 30 seconds have elapsed. They're going to tick it down as opposed to reset it and then stop it at where they want to stop it. And they stop it at 14:49. Okay, so I was a little bit off on that. Here's Wernick. Haley for Addie Weiss. Weiss tries to spin through, cannot. Foul on Attleboro. This is Jossie Camp. Her ball is blocked. Camp gets it over to Raina Crandall. Crandall in front. He has the ball dribble away from her a little bit. Crandall goes down, and in violation, it's going to be a card coming up against a blue card against Attleboro. Franklin with the player up. And it's going to be Nia Callahan goes out with the card. We've had one card on each team. Franklin with the power play with 14:19 to go. See if they can make good use of it. Wernick gets it over to Jossie Camp. Camp. Back to Wernick. She loses it. Back to Camp. Camp on the left wing. Cannot center the ball. It's blocked. Now it rolls in front. Right there for Crandall. Her backhander is wide and just rolls past the crease. A good look for Franklin. They couldn't cash in. But it's going to be a free hit off of a Attleboro player. Wernick, and her ball is just squirted loose. She comes back, though, and can't get to it. Attleboro so fast. They're young and fast. And with it here is Megan Huntington. And Wernick is fouls Huntington, and the ball will go to Big Blue. Almost a minute and a half gone in the fourth period. A long drive. They're going to let this go by the end line again. It's just barely going to make it. But make it, it does. For the free hit coming back by Franklin. They'll have it out at the 16-yard marker. 16 meter, I guess, to be exact. Wernick with the steal for Franklin. They got some space. Haley for Crandall. Raina. Double teamed. Ball still carries forward on the momentum. Raina Crandall tries to center it up here. She does center it, but it's to an Attleboro player and it comes out. And Griffin makes the steal. Comes right in front of an Attleboro player to take it down. Griffin still charging through. The centering ball here. Franklin tried to control it there. The shot by Wernick, she fans on it, and now it's blocked and controlled by Big Blue. And they're going to slow things down here. but the pass is not a good one. Wernick steals it on the right side. It goes over to Sawyer Whitmore. Out of bounds. It'll go back to Attleboro. We've played about almost 2.5 minutes, just over 2.5. Here in the fourth and final period. Franklin 2, Attleboro no score. So similar to the first game here, 3-0 Franklin. The second game at Attleboro, 3-2 Franklin. It's 2-0. Franklin trying to preserve this lead. Ball comes out, stolen by Sawyer Whitmore. Franklin player goes down, kept in by Franklin. Now a violation called against Franklin. It'll be Attleboro in possession. Under 12 left. Going back for it. It's going to be Mackenzie Avero, the freshman. She gets it up to midfield. Franklin with the steal. Nice steal by Franklin. This is Maddie O'Brien. Her ball is blocked. Gets over to Weiss. Her ball is blocked. Violation. And Addie Weiss carries it through in front. And a violation here called against Franklin. And the turnover will go to Attleboro. There they start on the fly. Gets through one on the right wing. Charging up here with it is Megan Huntington. Picked up by Griffin. Ball is forward. Franklin tries to clear it. They cannot. Kept in by DeRogers. Her centering ball comes through. Now Franklin tries to clear it over to Camp. She's boxed up in the corner. Camp gets it out. It's going to be out of bounds. It's going to be Franklin with the throw in. We've played 4:10 here in the fourth period. Franklin 2, Attleboro 0. Ella Griffin, such a spark plug for Franklin. She goes high, now goes low to Haley Wernig. Wernig, double team, gets by 2. Look at the speed by Wernig. Controlling it on the left wing. She's got Weiss there. Haley Wernig comes through, loses the ball, a violation off the wrist of Attleboro. Franklin will have it quick. The little chip shot there, a violation off the shoulder of a Franklin player. It goes back to Attleboro. They send one up to midfield. Nice catch there by Soares. Isabella Soares gets it over to Megan Huntington. Franklin double teams and spills it over. Franklin with the steal from Maddie O'Brien. She tries to backhand her, cannot. And let's see, they're going to say off O'Brien is the call. It'll be DeRogers putting it in bounds for Attleboro. Under 10 to go. Nora DeRogers creeps up, centers one all the way through, picked off in there by O'Brien. For Crandall, Reyna gets to it, player goes down. Reyna sends it up, but now to a blue stick. Out back for DeRogers. Franklin digs it. What a steal by Jossie Camp. Beautiful aerial dribble by Crandall. Aerial, she goes aerial. She's fouled on the play. They're going to stop play here and have a free hit, free positional hit. How about the aerial dribble by Reyna Crandall? 9:16 to go. This is Jossie Camp. Camp, only a sophomore. Played hard all game long. Franklin with it. In front, Franklin charging it through. It's stolen. A violation, though. Franklin will keep possession. With it is Cadence Canavan. And her ball is blocked and taken back by Attleboro deep in their own end. Franklin tries to get the steal. They do. Stolen here. Whitmore. Her ball is centered, but not all the way through. Blocked. Still digging for it. Franklin. With it is going to be, on the attempt, Penelope Brady. She wins the ball. Penelope Brady. Under 9 to go here in the game. 2-0 Franklin. The winner meets Wachusett in the round of 16, the Sweet 16. Ball is out. Franklin digging for it. That great speed by Attleboro. They win the ball. Out of bounds and a timeout called here. A timeout on the field. I think it was called by Franklin's coach, Michelle Hess. 8 minutes and 14 seconds to go in this game. Remember, if it's tied, we'll play overtime. No ties in playoff competition here in the MIAA. So recap the scoring. The first period was scoreless. In the second period, we went all the way to 13-32. Well, not much, about a minute and a half in. Minute 28 in, and Haley Wernick scored to make it 1-0 Franklin. Then Haley Wernick again, about 12 minutes later, made it 2-0. What a play by Wernick. We hope you saw it. She carried the ball from about midfield in, zigging and zagging, darting in and out, spinning through, and then just tucked it home on a beautiful shot past their goalkeeper, Siani Ortez Amaya, one of two seniors. That's it for Attleboro. And Franklin has that 2-0 lead. So Franklin, we mentioned their shutout record. 14 of their 18 games they've pitched a shutout. They're trying to make it 15 out of 19 games not scored upon. And this is probably the toughest one of all, although you'd have to say the comeback victory at Attleboro, down 2-1 at halftime, was probably just as interesting and just as important and just as effective for Franklin to eke out that victory. And that one kept their long Hockomock streak alive. It's something like 95 games in a row won or undefeated. There have been some ties, but no losses by Franklin in the Hockomock League. This is a Hockomock League opponent, but I was talking to Coach Michelle Hess. She doesn't feel the streak is in jeopardy because this is not a Hockomock League game. It's a playoff game with two Hockomock League teams. That's the difference. 8:14 to go in this one. It's been a whale of a field hockey game. Franklin meeting an aggressive, defense-oriented team from Attleboro, coached by Jessica Pink, and Franklin with their coach Michelle Hess, making all the right moves so far. And the Panthers in control somewhat, 2-0, but still plenty of time remaining. So Franklin will dig back on defense, all the white shirts out first, and here come the blue shirts. 8 minutes and 14 seconds left. Their goalkeeper will saunter back there, Siani Ortez Amaya. Franklin's gotten two past her. I believe there's been just very few shots. I don't think Attleboro's had a shot on goal. Franklin's had probably maybe 4 or 5, including some rebounds. Ball goes back and Ava Lucenta with the clear. No, that was Sawyer Whitmore. Ball is out of bounds, and Franklin will have the throw in. Under 8 to go in the game. We'll see if Attleboro changes their strategy, which has been packing the defensive zone, try to free up some more offense. This is Wernick, Haley, and she is going to be fouled. She'll get a free positional hit. She didn't want it. She wanted to carry it through. Rather, that was Raina Crandall. She wanted to carry that through. Back to Wernick, back to Crandall. Raina spinning through. And a whistle of violation against Attleboro. Is this going to be a penalty corner? No, it happened just outside the circle. Play on for Wernick. Haley drops it back on the right wing. Long blast there. It trickles through. It's alive. Now it's off a player's leg. Ball will go to Big Blue. 7:08 to go in the game. Long pass upfield. Comes to midfield. Franklin tries to steal it. It hops over O'Brien. Now it's chipped forward by Isabella Soares. Picked off in there by Wernick. Haley inside. She's double teamed and they steal it off of her. Down in front. Franklin digging for it. They win the ball on the steal. Beautiful steal there by Maddie O'Brien. This is Raina Crandall. Raina battling injuries. Goes down hard and it's going to be a violation. They're going to call it on Crandall. No, play on. Franklin with the steal. Now the whistle blowing. And Crandall, I think, broke a stick or lost a stick or is hurt. Raina Crandall is hurt. She's been battling injury. She did not start today because of her injury. She's been in the game a lot, but she is hurting, and she goes off. She ran right off to the sideline. She knew she couldn't go on, and she actually left her stick out on the field. 6:25 to go. She'll be subbed in here. Raina Crandall goes down. Managed to rush off the field, but she was favoring, looked like a leg. She's really hurting on that far side. So they'll play without Raina Crandall. The final 6:25. It's going to be a draw here at midfield. A face-off. This is a rarity. We've not seen this. A face-off. I have never seen this here. An actual face-off. Wait for the whistle. and they lock sticks, and Wernick controls it. An unusual play, I believe, because of the way that the injury occurred. Anyway, play back in. Franklin has it in the offensive zone. In front, they charge through inside the scoring circle. The shot there, and it's a block, and it's a... Is it a goal or a penalty corner here? They might have drawn a penalty corner. I believe they drew a penalty corner. This is the first one of the game for Franklin offensively. Attleboro has had only one apiece on penalty corners. So Franklin no score, but they have a good look at it now. The scoring, though, has to come from inside the circle as usual. Attleboro digging in their cage. Here we go on the insert. It comes out. Wernick blocked. Griffin tries to get to it. It's off of Attleboro player. Franklin will have the free positional hit. We're under 5:30 left. It's another penalty corner. We go almost the entire game with none for Franklin. Now they get two here in the last 30 seconds. Can they make it good? Inserting it is going to be Matty O'Brien. Out deep, we have Cadence Canavan. Griffin is out there. Here's the insert, charging through. Griffin on the left wing. The rolling shot by Wernick. The rebound, no. This is Cadence Canavan. She can't release it, and the ball is out of bounds off the leg of a Franklin Panther, and the ball will go back. Big Blue survives two quick penalty corners after not giving up any in the first 75% of this game, maybe 80%. Under 5 to go in the game. Stolen by Camp. Out in front, Addie Weiss. She comes through, still digging for it in front. Ball is loose. Franklin with it. Weiss, the pass on the right wing. It's just gets through a Panther and out of bounds off Franklin. Attleboro ball. A good look for Franklin again. And that would have probably iced it. 4:10 left in the game. Ball is advanced beyond midfield. It skips a Panther. Chasing it back down is Franklin. It's going to be out of bounds. Let's see who they're going to give it to. No indication. Franklin with the ball with under 4 to go. Franklin has it. 3:52, 3:51, 3:49 left. They're going to move Franklin up near midfield where the ball went out of bounds. Franklin holding. They go to the back line. This is O'Brien. Maddie in front in the middle for Wernick with some space. Haley Wernick, 2 goals already, looking for the hat trick. Haley comes through. Her backhander is high and it's wide, and it's going to be off of a Attleboro player. Let's see what they're going to call here. Did they call another penalty corner? They did. A foul inside the circle. Franklin with 3 penalty corners in the last minute or two. Yet to score on one, but they lead it 2-0. Clock moving, 3:05 to go. Matty O'Brien will insert it. Along the scoring line, we see Ella Griffin. We see Sawyer Whitmore, Jossie Camp, Cadence Canavan, and Addie Weiss. Also on the right side, it's worked down low for Wernick. Her centering ball in front. It's loose. The rebound and the foul. It rolls up off a knee. Attleboro will have it with 2:36 to go. They're down 2 goals. Will Coach Jessica Pink make any strategic moves? It's stolen by Franklin. Every possession so key. Here's Wernick charging through. Haley takes some contact and she's fouled. Is it going to be another? It's another penalty corner. It's amazing. None for the first 80% of the game and 4 here in the last 3 minutes. Meanwhile, the clock still ticks down. Coming up on 2 minutes to go. 2:04 left. Matty O'Brien. Franklin trying to preserve this and move on to the Sweet 16 round. O'Brien waiting for the whistle. 1:49 left. O'Brien gets it. She centers it out for Brady, and the ball is loose. It skips a stick and down to the back line with 1 minute and 36 seconds to go in the game. Franklin 2, Attleboro no score. All the action on Franklin TV, and we're streaming on YouTube. Attleboro needs some scoring. They need 2 goals here in the last 90 seconds. Under 90 to go. Franklin with the steal, a violation against Franklin. They can have a free positional hit to start it off. They'll take it for Wernig. Haley coming through, loses the ball, and it's going to be controlled by Attleboro. They send one out. This is coming right towards yours truly, who makes the save. And Ella Griffin right there to pick it up. 1 minute left. Aerial by Griffin. That's her patented pass for Wernig. She stops it. Haley coming through. Under a minute to go. Haley dribbling through on the right wing. Charging back inside the circle. Her ball is blocked. A foul and a violation in the circle. Yet another penalty corner. This is amazing. 5 in the last 4 minutes. None in the first 49 minutes or 52 minutes of this game. 31 seconds to go. Franklin on the verge of moving on to the round of Sweet 16. 22 seconds left. O'Brien in goal. 15 seconds to go. The penalty corners take a lot of time. That's one of the problems of committing a foul like that. It comes out to Griffin. Griffin on the right wing for Wernig. Haley, her shot in front, and there's the buzzer, and Franklin wins it 2-0. Franklin wins it. They charge their goalkeeper, who really wasn't tested. There were no shots on goal. Hugs all around for Devin Barry. Franklin gets his 15th shutout in 19 games, and they move on to the round of Sweet 16. Thank you, fans, for viewing. Next up will be a game here at home against Wachusett. Wachusett, the 10 seed. Franklin, the 7 seed. I'd like to thank you for tuning in. Franklin with 2 goals in the game, all in the third period by Haley Wernig. And it was at 13:32 and 1:54. I'd like to thank our producer, our director, our camera operator tonight, Chris Flynn, among the first to arrive and the last to leave. This is Pete Royce saying so long from Beaver Street Field in Franklin, where the Panthers move on to the round of 16. The final score today, Franklin 2, Attleboro nothing. Till next time, so long, neighbors.